Dear Bible in 365 brothers and sisters, we have arrived at one of my absolute all-time favorite books in the Bible, and that is the book of Revelation. Now, before you start getting a little weird about it and saying this is apocalyptic stuff and I can't understand it, understand that when you say the word apocalyptic, in the Greek, what that means is revealing, right? So that is the book of Revelation. It just simply reveals to us the things that we know that are around the corner. And perhaps one of my favorite books to teach through in the Bible is Revelation. I have a lot of fun with it. It is absolutely incredible. Now, I'm going to give you some piece of advice on how to understand it. I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not take this book metaphorically, okay? This book was designed to be taken literally, and if you take it literally, you'll be just fine. Here's another thing that you should note about the book of Revelation, and that is you get the whole key to unlocking the book in one verse of the book of Revelation, and that is Revelation chapter 1, verse 19. I don't know why I almost drew a blank there. I can quote it in Greek to you. My gosh, what happened? And it simply says this, and I'll read it in the King James. It says, "Write the things which have been, and the things which are, and the things which shall be hereafter." Now, the things which have been is, of course, going to be John's documentation concerning that which he had seen in chapter 1. And when we get into the things which are, we are talking about chapter 2 through chapter 3. That is the 7 letters to the 7 churches, which is, of course, speaking of the current period in which we are in. I believe we are in the church age. When we get to chapter 4 of the book of Revelation, we start with a phrase that says, "after these things." What things are we talking about? We are talking about after the time that the church age ends. In other words, when God raptures us, oh my goodness, it's going to be spectacular. Now, but for those of you that are scared of the rapture, you're a little nervous, I will include a link to this video that will give you information about the rapture and why you shouldn't be scared about it. And then when we get into chapter 4 and on, we talk about future events, things that have not yet come, and it is absolutely spectacular. Now listen, I love the book of Revelation. There are a couple of places where you can go to learn a lot about this book. You can go to Monkey's YouTube, right? That would be Monkey Works. That's MONKEYWERX.US. And I did a whole series on Revelation with Monkey, where in about 10 to 15 videos, I did a complete description of the whole book. It gives you all the insight that you need to know regarding the things that are going on. And you would really love that. Also, you can go to Calvary Chapel signalhill.com and you can go through all of my teachings through the book of Revelation. I have many of them. You can do a search on jamescadiz.com. You could, of course, go to our YouTube page. I do a lot of work on Revelation, and I'm about to teach Revelation again in the new year. So I'm very excited about that. You can follow us through that. And then, of course, you can go through my 7 letters to the 7 churches series and all kinds of other great things that I do through the book of Revelation. It's a lot of fun. Great teachings, not great things I do, great things God does, but I talk about those things. Teach and talk? Yeah. Anyway, sleep deprivation. You are going to love the book. You are going to be blessed in going through it. And I will attach the special study that I did in my What About series called What About the Rapture. You are absolutely going to love it. It's going to encourage you. Lots of great stuff in the book of Revelation. By the way, I got to tell you, the book of Revelation is the only book in the Bible that actually says that God will bless those who study specifically that book. So if you want to be blessed by God, then you will study the book. I know every single time we've experienced great blessing at Calvary Chapel Signal Hill, it has been while we've been teaching the book of Revelation, which is why I oftentimes will teach through it, because it's so critically important. And if you really want your heart to be blessed, you won't just read through the book of Revelation, you'll actually study it. You'll be blown away. You'll absolutely be blessed. And folks, it's awesome. And I just have to say this. I'm so incredibly proud of you guys. We only have a few more books to go. Yes, Revelation is the last book of the Bible, but we kind of do it a little bit out of order. But I can tell you this. You are going to be blessed for the commitment that you've made. I'm more blessed than you can possibly imagine. And as long as you are dedicated to reading the Word of God and sticking with the schedule that helps you get through it in a year, I am dedicated to bringing you the best Bible teaching that I possibly can to keep you the most educated that you possibly can be, that you might experience all that God has for you, the greatest of the greatest. God bless you guys. We love you. Keep seeking the Lord. Very, very excited. Oh, and by the way,
have yourself a merry little Christmas. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Love you guys. God bless you.